My name is Laura Mucha and I'm a children's poet, and in this video I'm going to help you write a thank you poem for key workers. So let's find out who key workers are and what they do.
It's the job of some key workers to keep us healthy. This includes doctors, nurses, midwives and paramedics.
But they're not the only ones that work to help us stay healthy. Doctors, midwives, paramedics and nurses rely on receptionists, porters and cleaners,
as well as people that research and make medicines and vaccines.
There are other key workers whose job it is to protect us and keep us safe, like army soldiers, police officers, lawyers and judges and firefighters. Their jobs involve
ensuring peace, arresting people, passing sentences and putting out fires.
I'd like you to try to imagine you're one of these key workers. What are you wearing? What are you doing? Where are you? What does it feel like? Write it all down. Okay, roger that. Don't worry about spellings or neatness. At the moment, we're just trying to come up with words and ideas. There's no right or wrong. Pause the video and write everything you can down. When I ran workshops on this, young people came up with some of the following words, ideas and feelings. If you like any of them, add them to your list. Care, scrub, superhero, sprint, worried, weary, rescue, arrest. Then there are the people that help keep us connected, including
postmen and women, bus and train drivers and everyone that works to keep things running. And the people that keep us fed, including farmers and those that deliver and sell food.
Their jobs involve picking, sorting and delivering packages. This one's for you. Driving safely and keeping to timetables. And growing, picking, packing, preparing, delivering and selling food. Imagine you're one of these key workers. What time do you wake up? Where do you work? Who are you with? What does your job involve? What are you holding? At this point, we're just trying to come up with ideas. Don't worry about being neat or thinking about whether what you're doing is any good or not. You're just trying to make a mess of words. We're going to sort it all out later.
Words, ideas and feelings that came up in workshops included drive, hot, ravenous, grow, pungent, tug, deliver, fix, bothered, stomp.
There are some very important key workers that I haven't mentioned yet. Teachers. Please take a moment to think about what teachers do. What would your life be like without them? What have they taught you? Have they shown you that you can do almost anything if you try hard enough? Have they built your confidence? Pause this video and write down whatever words you can.
Words, ideas and feelings that came up in workshops included kind, shout, protect, proud, teach, homework, and encourage. Can you think of any other key workers?
Write them down. Imagine you're one of them and think about what your job might involve. Do you know any key workers? If so, could you ask them what it's like to do their job? So, what's it like being a firefighter? Hot. Scary. Try and write notes as they speak, because some of what they say might end up in your poem. When I worked with young people around the world to write a thank you poem for key workers, we structured it as a letter. So the title of the poem was
Dear Key Workers,
and the last line was
thank you.
The body of the poem was made up of sentences beginning with the word you. So,
You grow imaginations, confidence, brains. You believe in us. You care.
have a look through your own list of words and see if you have any doing words in there. Examples of doing words we came up with in our workshops include carry, arrest, stack, hope, rescue, listen, mend, and inspire. Using some of the doing words on your list, try to write sentences beginning with the word you, like you look after eyes. Then try to think of all the different things that key workers do, like you look after eyes, bones, and hearts. If you get stuck, try going through some of the words that you came up with in earlier exercises. Hopefully those will spark off some ideas. If starting sentences with you isn't working, try starting them with I or it must be. But remember, the title of your poem is Dear Key Workers and the last line is thank you. Okay, pause the video and write. Hopefully now you have a page or 5 with lots and lots of sentences and it's time to start editing. So I'd like you to think about a few questions. Nino, Nino. Who exactly are you trying to thank in this poem? If it's all key workers, have you included all the key workers that we've talked about in this video? Nino, Nino, Nino. Have you noticed any patterns or sounds coming up in your writing? If so, is that something you'd like to play with? Have you noticed the same thing coming up again and again? Or a beat that you think you might want to repeat? Are there any lazy words in there? An example of a lazy word might be big, because big could be ginormous! Do you have some emotion in there? Some of the best poems make the reader or listener feel something. Have you chosen any words just because they rhyme and not actually because they fit in the poem? Like proud and cloud, for example. If so, cut. I'm quite a big fan of cutting words generally. I think in poems, every word has to work really hard to be in there. So if you don't think that that word is working hard enough, cut it out. Just to give you an idea of what I do when I edit, here's a speeded up film of what it looks like.
On the left-hand side of the page, I have a list of words from the workshop I ran, and I'm looking over them to see whether any should be in the poem or whether they spark off ideas. Now I'm looking over comments I'd had on the poem to try to figure out whether I like the suggestions they've made, or not. On the left-hand side of the page, I have a job description of a teacher because I needed to edit the part about teachers and wanted to think about what their jobs involve. On the right-hand side of the page, I'm writing down a list of rhyme words so that I can decide whether I want them in the poem or not. Now the poem is starting to shape up, and I'm fiddling. A lot of editing is just rearranging, trying things out to see if they work, and then deciding they don't.
It's really important to make a mess with words, but a key part of writing is to tidy that mess up. I also find it very useful to get a good night's sleep, because then I wake up in the morning with fresh eyes. Are you ready, Ducky? Oh, and I also really like reading the poetry and writing of others so that I can be inspired by their ideas. When you have finished your poem, why not show it to a key worker if you know one and see what they think? So, what did you think of the poem? Good point. But remember, this is your poem, so if you don't like the comments that someone gives to you, you can just ignore them. Oh, thanks, yeah. Hopefully, you've done lots of editing. Spoken to a key worker. You've had a good night's sleep. You've done some more editing. And you have finished your poem! You should be very proud of yourself, as I bet it's a brilliant piece of writing. Why not give it to all the key workers you know? Why not send it to your teacher? Oh, yes, I like it. Give it to the postman or woman. Oh, I'd love some poetry, thank you. It's brilliant. Stop someone when they're next on duty. Excuse me, officer. A poem? For me? I love it. Or when they're putting a fire out. Excuse me, can I just read you a poem? Okay, bad idea. Whatever you do with this poem, please write another, and another, and another, and another, and another. Thank you for watching!